beautiful island of Penang where people travel all over from just to have a taste of the yummy food that's served here. On this show, we'll be talking about just that, but specifically on desserts. We'll be teaching you how to make a variety of cakes and pastries, and we'll be bringing you to different cafes as well as homegrown businesses. So if you're ready, what you waiting for? Talented Nani, and today we're going to try out a very different recipe. But first of all, I have a very quick question for you, Nani. I want to know, why baking? How did you choose to get into baking?
Okay, so I think at the age of 4, I started baking already, and all started with my grandma. I think my grandma has like 5 different recipe books that's been, I think, almost for 70 years already. She's 84. She gave mostly her old recipes, but what I like to do now is I like to invent new ones, but with her recipe as well.
Okay, so what new invention are you going to show us today?
There's this one famous cheesecake, which I think cheesecake has been everlasting. You know, people love to eat cheesecake, but what makes it different today is our Basque burn cheesecake. Let's go through the ingredients. So, of course, cream cheese. We need cream cheese, which is 900 grams.
Okay.
And then we have 6 large eggs. And we have 500 grams of whipping cream. And we have 40 grams of all-purpose flour. And we have 300 grams of caster sugar. Of course, vanilla essence. We need vanilla essence in most of our cakes. And, of course, salt. Let's go through the method right now. So, let's start with our cream cheese.
Okay.
So, next we're going to put in is our caster sugar. So, and then we are going to put in vanilla. So this is the first step, so we are going to mix it right now. So we are going to mix this for at least about 2 to 3 minutes. So this is almost ready, so our next step, of course, is our egg. Alright, so you can put your eggs one at a time.
And in goes the last one.
And we're done.
The texture is already changing.
And it smells really good.
Cheesy.
So now this is done. So next would be the whipping cream. So we are just going to pour in the whipping cream. So this is called streaming, you see. So we're just going to stream the whipping cream. Alright, so this is done. Okay, so our cheesecake batter is ready. So there you go. I mean, look at that.
Wow.
So cheesy.
So cheesy, so silky and smooth.
So this is the final step that I like to do, is putting flour so that it makes the cheesecake comes all together. So we're just going to have a pinch of salt into the flour. Alright, so as you know, flour, we always need to sieve our flour. It's very important.
And it's snowing into the batter. Look at that.
So we're going to fold this because, as you know, we can't overmix the flour. So we're going to fold this up together.
Instead of using it in the mixer.
Yes.
Snowing on your cheese batter cake.
You can help me to fold the batter. Alright, so let me help you out. So we are almost done. So just gonna fold it that way. And your burnt cheesecake is ready. So since it's called burnt cheesecake, so of course you gotta burn them.
And how do we burn them?
So how do we do it? It's very important that our oven has to be preheated at a very, very high heat.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to preheat it at 220 Celsius for at least 15 minutes because it needs to be on the high heat so that we can get the charcoal top layer and it's caramelized. So we have to take our cake tin.
So we're turning up the heat in the kitchen today.
Correct. So for the cake tin, we're using a spring foam so that it's easier for us to remove the cheesecake once it's cooled down. So we're going to put our parchment paper in. So we are going to press. Alright, so this is our parchment paper. So we need to have our canola cooking spray for most of our bakes. So just going to spray this. So now we are going to pour in our cheesecake batter.
Oh, great.
You see what's the difference between a burnt cheesecake and a normal cheesecake is, for a burnt cheesecake, we don't have the crust at the bottom.
Right.
Alright, so we're looking at burning the bottom part as well of the cheesecake and the top. So we are just going to flatten the sides as well. And done. So this is ready to go into the oven. So the cheesecake has been put into the oven, so we need about 45 to 50 minutes for the magic to happen and for our cheesecake to be burning. So we're going to check the cheesecake later.
All right, great. Can't wait to see how it turns out. So that sounds like the oven.
It's ready, so let's check it out. Wow, that looks amazing.
Oh, oh wow.
I mean, look at that, jiggling.
It's dancing.
So when it's dancing, you know it's perfect. So, and look, it's burned on top. It's caramelized, it's perfect.
All right, so the burnt cheesecake is done.
This is done, so we have to wait for this to cool down and then we're going to pop it into the chiller. So make sure that this is not really, really hot.
So for the sake of good burnt cheesecake, I'm going to wait. So here we have our burnt cheesecake, which we've taken out of the oven.
All right.
And we've left to cool in the fridge, right?
For at least minimum 6 hours in the fridge. All right, so
Okay.
for cheesecakes, we need to be patient.
All right.
So no rush with the cheesecake. You have to ensure it's chilled to perfection. But if you're rushing, you can also put it into the freezer for at least minimum of 3 hours. But if you're going for work and things like that, you can do it early in the morning and just leave it in the fridge for overnight for the best results as well.
Okay.
Because if you keep it longer, the flavor will be enhanced as well.
So look at that. So this is the burnt look,
Correct.
right?
So you get the burn layer right here as well. So everything looks really nice. So
Shall we taste it?
Yes.
I'm too eager to try it.
So now let's try it. So as usual, my cutting,
Your trusty knife.
my knife is here. So let's cut. Look at that. Look at all the cheese. So let's try this out. So you get it really creamy
Amazing.
in the center layer, and you get it really nice on top, caramelized to perfection. So let's put it here for you. So are you ready?
I'm ready. Ever ready.
Here you go.
So excited. Wow, just look at that layer. Just look at the top.